I like sports and that's it.
Yo, 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 it's the one and only Lyse.
And it's your girl Velz, a.k.a. Velly Vel, if that's what you want to call me.
And together we are Locked in Sports. Yo, episode 10.
Episode 10, y'all. Y'all want me to do the countdown?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Episode 10.
Hey.
Episode 10, baby.
Yeah, we out here. Man, Velz, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's definitely been a minute. You know, last time y'all, heard us on the show, Happy New Year again. Still early in the year.
Yes, sir.
And we back.
We back.
You know what I'm saying? And there's been so much happening. Y'all know it's been a lot happening in the world of sports.
Man.
And but anyway, before we get there, how you been, Lyse?
I've been good. And before I, really get off into it, make sure y'all go check out episode 9 with our interview with the Sylvia Hoffman. She is an Olympic bronze medalist. You don't want to miss that interview. It was a good time, good vibes. Man, just check it out. It's a lot of information in there. So make sure y'all check out episode 9 for sure.
Definitely. Please check that out. Great episode.
Yes. But back to what we doing right now. No, actually, I've been good. I've been really good, man. I'm back at work after vacation. It took me a little minute to kind of get back. But the crazy thing about it is, soon as I kind of went back to work from vacation, we had that goddamn ice storm.
Oh yeah, definitely. Same here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, I ain't mad at it.
No, I wasn't mad at all.
Keep me locked in. Shoot, cause I get it. Keep me locked in.
No pun.
Seriously though, like, definitely needed. We out in Texas, so we don't know what to do with snow and ice. So the whole state shuts down and stuff like that, and we don't complain about it at all. You don't go to work, you don't go to school, you don't go to the grocery store, you don't go nowhere. You just sit your tail at the house,
right?
Watch Netflix and drink wine. But no, it was good. So I got to enjoy working from home during the little ice storm or whatever. It was good. Caught up on some shows and things like that. And also too, before I keep going, I want to shout out my homie, my best friend since I was like 6-7 years old. Rashandra Caldwell, that's at Marriott Fitness. I was able to go to her bikini bodybuilding competition, man.
Okay.
And it was different, man. It was cool, man. She did a really good job. She worked really, really, really hard to get her body in shape and tight and looking right. I'm low key jealous, but I'm not gonna make that commitment. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying. I don't care.
Yeah, she works really, really hard.
Yeah, she do.
I'm also proud of Rashandra. Shout out to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep walking, in the light and in your purpose.
I know that's
and
right.
Doing your thing. Shout out to you. I didn't make the competition, but I do know who Rashandra is. And so very proud of her. She has always been a hard worker. We actually hooped against each other in college.
Yeah.
She went to Jarvis Christian College. I went to Bacone College in Oklahoma. And so she's always been a competitor since I've known her. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Rashandra.
Yeah.
It's my girl too. And she's funny.
Oh, man. Just like one of us, man. So, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. The Battle Up Texas, we were definitely in the building. And, so salute to you, JCI, for doing your thing. So I just want to put that out there. Yes, definitely go follow her on IG and on Facebook. It's Marriott Fitness. She works out for Christ. So not only if you get physically fit, you get spiritually fit. So definitely check her out for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
But back, like I said, back to what we doing. Enjoyed the ice storm. Like I said, caught up on the shows. took in a lot of sports during that time too. I've been working. I've been chilling. We didn't got into some things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
some new
of
stuff
course.
on the rise. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all that's been going on in my world. What about you?
Pretty much the same. Came back from Christmas break at school and continued our season.
Talk about it.
You know, I'm at Sam Houston High School in Arlington, Texas, and we've been doing our thing on the boys' side and the girls' side.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a long time since things like this have happened for us. And so it's just been a joy and a journey to just witness it and be a part of it.
Yeah.
Currently, the girls are 19-10 on the season, and they're 7-5 in district. And, you know, tonight's a Thursday night. So tomorrow we actually have a seeding game pretty much to determine seeding for playoffs. We did make the playoffs.
Hey!
That was always the goal.
Come on.
That was always the goal.
Playoff bound, cook.
We playoff bound at Sam Houston High School on the girls' side.
Come on, man. Sam side, East side, EA. What you talking about?
Let's go.
Yeah.
So I couldn't be, as a coach, I couldn't be more extremely proud of these girls. But like I said, tomorrow night is a huge game for us. And so it determines seeding in the playoffs. We actually play another school in our district for the third time this season. And so we're split. You know, they won the first one. We won the second one.
Tight.
And when we beat them last Friday night, we actually clinched our playoff berth that night. So tomorrow's game's going to be lit. And honestly, you know, we want to win that game, but it's really all about like the playoffs, and we want to get out the first round. That's the goal for us this year.
And y'all gonna do
you
that.
know, it's a lot of elite teams in DFW that go far.
Right.
We just want to get out the first round, and then, you know, let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
And then quickly shout out our boys, who are 25-7 on the season, and they're also 9-1 in district.
Woo, I bet they mad.
9-1 in district, and this is, we're talking about a team who went 0 in district last year, did not win a game, have been losing for the past few seasons, and here they are sitting on top, tied for the number 1 spot in district, and check this. Ranked 19th in the state.
Let's go.
Ranked 19th in the state.
Hey,
right
we
now.
got to give it up.
Let's go,
for
boys.
Sam Houston High School boys and girls. What's up?
I'm so proud of them right now. And we're just doing amazing things. And one more interesting fact. This is the first time since 92, 93 that the boys and the girls make the playoffs in the same season.
Wow.
30 years.
Wow.
92, 93.
Breaking records around this thing.
What is going on? It's amazing. It is a blessing and an honor to be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? We're trending in the right direction. And I just have to shout my squad out.
Gang.
SHHS is squad. I just have to shout out squad.
Period.
You know, I'm proud.
Period.
But anyway, right. That's all that's been going on with me. You know, we hit a game up.
Yep.
We went to the Pistons and Mavs game.
Yep.
We witnessed Luka score 53. I mean, because at that time he didn't really have a lot of help. So like he had scored the majority of the points, but that man had a 53 ball. That was actually the night the snowstorm had started, and so we kind of took a risk and went to the game. But we took the train. We played it safe. We did our thing. But the game was fun. We had a great time. Had good seats.
Man.
We actually
Shout out to my aunt.
Ran into Devin Harris and, you know, got to take a couple pictures with him. Shout out to him for, you know, giving us that moment and letting us have that. And so, you know, it's been pretty cool, you know, just grinding, working, shoot, and, you know, staying afloat.
Is it safe to say 2023 is starting off right?
Yeah. 23 is starting off right. I have no complaints.
Amen.
Just trying to stay the course. You know
got to. Walking that purpose. Hello? Traveling that journey. Amen.
But yeah, that's all that's been up with me though, Lyse.
Nah, that's good. That's good, man. Look. Honestly, I'm so proud of Sam Houston right now. Again, if those that don't know, that's new to Locked In Sports, Sam Houston High School is our alma mater, and Velz is a coach for the girls basketball team. So we're more than proud and happy for two reasons, because that's our alma mater and because my dog here. So shout out to Sam Houston. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. It's up. It's going up. It's going to continue to go up. And guess what? And they let them be mad. Let them be mad, because that was one thing. They didn't want Sam Houston to rise like the phoenix above the ashes.
Nah, they did. And I'm just say this. They mad. They mad, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go into
You ain't
detail.
gotta say it. I said, stay mad. Stay mad. You big mad, little mad, give him a cake, because now they super mad. Nah, but we good. Nah, that's all I love. Sam Houston, for real, from the bottom of my heart. Locked In Sports is definitely proud of y'all. Velz, I'm definitely proud of y'all. Keep going. It's up there.
Yeah.
All right. Man, just drop the beat.
All right. So y'all know, one of our favorite leagues to talk about is the NBA. And just so happened that the trade deadline was today. We'll get to that. It's been a lot besides it being the trade deadline today.
Mm-hmm. My head's spinning.
It's been so much happening in the NBA. We can talk about, LeBron James, chasing Kareem and, chasing that record. And we can talk about Kyrie. We can talk about KD, the Grizzlies. It's so much. The Warriors. It's so much happening in the NBA. But I think it's only right. Only right.
Okay. Come on, church.
That we start here.
Oh, my.
And we talk about my boy, LeBron James. Becoming the all-time leading scorer in NBA history.
Woo! That's a feat, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta clap that up for that man. I don't care how you feel about him, but you better respect greatness when you see it.
LeBron James is now number one on the all-time leading scoring list. I'm just proud as a fan. I'm just proud, Now, did I get to witness him, shoot his first and make his first bucket? No, I didn't witness it live. Right. Obviously, I've gone back and watched the highlights. But LeBron, man, I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. He passed Kareem on February 7th. He scored 38 points. He only needed 36. So he tied the record and then he passed him. Man.
I know.
It's amazing to witness. Never in my lifetime did I think I would ever witness any NBA player catching Kareem and passing him up. Yeah. Because that's a lot of points.
That is.
38,387 points is what Kareem held for 38 years.
To that fateful night on February 7th, 2023.
Right. But, respect to Kareem, Skyhook, nobody could stop it.
Facts.
He's one of the best players in NBA history.
For sure.
But LeBron James, man, he did it.
He did.
He passed him.
He did.
And not only that, he also passed Mark Jackson and Steve Nash on the assist list, on the all-time assist list.
Oh, wow.
So now he's number 4 on that list. LeBron James has now become the only player in NBA history ranking in top 100 in points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, and three-pointers.
Oh, wow.
LeBron James.
He's in the top 10 in all those categories?
No. He's not in the top 10. He's become the top 100 in points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, and three-pointers.
Gotcha.
I don't have to break all of that down. I could. Obviously, we know he's number 1 in points. He's number 4 in assists. All-time leading scorers. Let's talk about that. So we know he's number 1 in NBA history. Also in playoff scoring, he's number 1. So LeBron James's resume, and everything's not on it, but 4-time champ, 4 times final MVP, 4-time MVP, 19-time All-Star, 3-time All-Star MVP, Rookie of the Year, 18-time All-NBA, 6-time All-Defensive, number 1 all-time leading scorer, number 4 all-time in assists. I just.
Is that GOAT talk?
It's GOAT talk. Bad. Hey, I turned into a GOAT. It's GOAT talk. And you know what's crazy to me?
Yo.
The night he passed the record, which was just a couple of nights ago. I mean, a lot of people, obviously his fans, his fellow NBA brothers, everybody. Yeah, it was obviously this is like a worldwide type of deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Congratulated him. You know what I'm saying? Showed love on social media outlets, did video tributes. The Lakers stopped the game. Yeah. Well, I guess, I don't know what network was it? I think it was TNT. Stopped the game and gave him his flowers. Family was there. Friends were there. All kinds of celebrities were in the building.
Yeah, it was packed.
It was crazy to see. And they really celebrated him in that moment. He cried.
Yeah.
It was a video going around on Twitter. This guy was at the game like maybe a week or two ago and asked LeBron. He was courtside. He asked LeBron, was he going to cry when he passed the record? Yeah. And Brown was like, I ain't gonna cry. Yeah. Like, I cry when I win a championship. Scoring title? Nah, I ain't gonna cry. He cried. He cried. Yeah. And it's okay. It's okay. Because that's a major feat. Mm-hmm.
That's a 38-year-old record you just broke.
A 38-year-old record that he just broke. And it's you can cry about that. I would have cried. Yeah. You know, my eyes got watery a little bit. The tear didn't drop, but I definitely felt it. You know what I'm saying? People showed him love. But then, of course, you have the haters. They just could not help themselves by trying to justify everything about every other player that they follow, that they love, that they enjoy. They tried everything in their power to diminish what LeBron James had just accomplished. And it's so sad because as a LeBron James fan, if Kobe were to have passed Kareem, or even if Jordan would have passed Kareem and I was watching and witnessing it happen, right, and social media was around or whatever, I'm going to congratulate you. Right. Ain't no hate in my blood. I may not like you as a player, but I'm going to give you your props. I'm going to give you your flowers. Right, right. And for some strange reason, these LeBron haters, like the ones that just cannot stand him, the ones that try to find everything in the book to diminish every accolade and every accomplishment that he has ever achieved, I don't understand them. Yeah. I got out of the going back and forth with people on Facebook and Twitter a long time ago because it's stressful. It is. And it's a lot. You turn into Twitter fingers and Facebook fingers, and you find yourself just caught up in arguments about LeBron versus this player or that player. Right. I got out of that game a long time ago. But I just felt compelled. I had to. Because it's like, why? Right. But then they try to turn it back on you like, well, you're the one bothered. Like, blah. No, like, it makes no sense to hate. You're right. Like, let the man just be great. Yeah. Respect a great. You don't have to believe that he's the greatest of all time. You don't have to believe that, he's the best scorer, whatever. Right. Just let him have his moment. But you know what kills me is two things that I want to get to. And I hate to cut you out because I know you're so passionate. No, you're good. Brian. You're good. One, the argument I heard was, okay, he has the most points, but he's not the best scorer. Well, how the hell do you get to that many points if you ain't the best scorer? Or is it fashion points? Is that what we calling the best scorer? What does that mean? I'm no, serious. That's a legitimate aspect. I'm not even trying to be funny. What does that mean? I'm guessing that I don't know. Fashion points is a good statement or good term because I guess how Michael did it or how Kobe. You want him to stick his tongue out and go from one arm to the other, or how Kobe made it look, And JJ Redick released a video a couple of days ago and went in. He gave you all the numbers, all the stats. And I don't have them, but it just goes to show and prove that LeBron is one of the best scorers. So he is one of the best. He is one of the most clutch players in the NBA. 250, 60 something. But all haters, I'm just saying, all haters gonna find a way to diminish. Yeah, whatever he does, it don't matter what he do. Yeah, they're gonna find a way. And here's the thing: like I give Velz a hard time on LeBron just because she just wears him out. But
I like LeBron. I'm not a LeBron hater. Like, I follow him since he was a rookie. You know, I can't even say high school because I wasn't. I didn't know who he was until I started hearing the hype when he was getting ready to get drafted. But I've always liked LeBron. Now, was it kind of a pump move for Miami? Yeah, but that's a story for a different day. But I've always respected LeBron. I think LeBron is a great player on and off the court. So it is bothersome because that was a moment. And people need to recognize that, like, that's not an easy feat, regardless of how you feel about a person personally that you don't even know. So that's already weird behavior. But how you feel about a person shouldn't take away from what you just witnessed on, was that Tuesday night? On Tuesday night. I mean, 38,000 plus points is not easy to do. It's just not. And I guarantee you, the haters that are saying anything, I guarantee you, they never scored 38,000 points ever.
Of course not.
Barely even scored 2.
Right.
If we want to be for real. But, I'm not trying to make it about them. It's definitely about LeBron.
Of course.
But another thing, too, can we all just, instead of doing this GOAT over everything, can we just start breaking shit down in eras? Because I feel like we break shit down in eras, it makes more sense. Because honestly, the NBA's played different than it was played 20 or 30 years ago. 5, 10 years.
It's different.
So, yeah, Michael Jordan is the GOAT of the 90s.
Right.
LeBron is the GOAT. And trust me, I'm a Jordan fan. Number one, I'm riding. I'm buying $200, $300 shoes. I'm a Jordan fan. Hello? Before the hype beast. Shot fired. Pow. LeBron is the GOAT of that mid 2000 to the 2000 teens, bruh. We got it for real.
Till now.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, to now. Until somebody can conquer and overshadow what he has done, he's running ish. He is the face of the NBA. We know it. You know it. We all know it. Let's not act, let's not pretend. Let's start breaking things down in eras. I think once we do that, then it makes a little bit more sense. Because I'm not saying, look, well, could Michael Jordan play in this era? Could LeBron play in the 90s? We don't know. We'll never know. And I've had that argument too. But the way LeBron James is built, he could play. And he would have been successful in the 90s. Because LeBron is almost bigger than everybody on the court. For real. So yeah, and the way they was playing, he would have gotten toughened. He would have gotten toughened up. Like, he would know that once he come down the paint, he gonna get clothesline.
Right.
But he would have adjusted to that game. So, yes, LeBron is the GOAT of right now. In this generation, LeBron is the GOAT. Jordan is the GOAT of his time. Kobe was the GOAT in his time. You know what I'm saying? Magic was the GOAT at his time. Bird was the Magic at his time. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's break it down in eras. I think that's fair. Because the crazy thing is, you can have more than one GOAT.
You can.
Because you can have GOATs at this position.
And I've said this before.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
You can have GOATs at the position and what else?
GOATs in the position and GOATs overall, but there's more than one GOAT. Dirk is a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? He's in that top 10 of the leading scorers. He's number, 6? He's a GOAT. It's about LeBron, but I'm trying to make a point here. Yeah. Like, because Dirk, everybody's doing the one-legged fadeaway. I mean, that's in the arsenal. We're practicing that. You know, who started that? Dirk and Holger. Hello? Real Mavs fan. So, everybody has I ain't gonna say everybody has their time, but, you know, the greats have their time. But we got to give it up for LeBron. Like, that's not an easy feat.
It's not. That's why the record was held for 38 years.
Right.
Let me break this down real quick so we can move on. So these are just the points that he scored in each organization to get to this 38,390
and
counting points. So his first stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers, he scored 15,251 points. Then when he left and took his talents to South Beach, he had 7,919 points there, and that was just in 4 years. He came back to Cleveland. He scored another 7,868 points for them. And then now from 2018 to present day, he's at 73,10. plus.
Man.
At this point, obviously. And then, of course, let's not forget to mention, even though the Lakers are currently the 13th seed in the West, like I said, the West is close, it's open. Mm-hmm. He's currently averaging 30.2 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 7 assists a game in his 20th season. Put some respect on that man's name.
Put some respect on my name.
That's all I'm asking. And people think like, oh, LeBron can't do no wrong in your eyes. Yes, he can. As a fan, well, me personally as a fan, I'm going to critique, I'm going to talk, I'm going to get upset, I'm going to get frustrated sometimes with him. But at the same time, he gets so much hate. Y'all make it hard for me to do that. Y'all make it hard for me to criticize my own favorite player.
Right.
You're going to have criticisms. It's just like you coaching. Mm-hmm. Like, you love your starting point guard, right?
Right.
But when they mess up and do terrible things that you've never coached, it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're going to have that moment with your favorite players. So everything that he does is not right for the ones that think that LeBron James fans think that. He is not always perfect. He is not always right. He don't always play well.
Right.
But at the end of the day, this man is a great.
Yeah.
Put some respect on his name, man. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get it.
So when I get on there passionate on those posts and on those tweets, mm-hmm. That's the point that I'm trying to make. But I said all that to say, again, I'm proud. I'm happy that he finally got the record. Mm-hmm. Now they can move forward with their season.
Right.
Because the record is broken, all the pressure is off.
Yeah.
And now we can just move forward and play basketball.
Right.
But I am happy for Bron. Like, I'm just happy. He does a lot of things that makes me so proud. Yeah. And obviously this is another one of those things. So
of course.
I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. I'm off my Bron soapbox.
That's good. But we're going to clap it up for LeBron because honestly, that's a 38-year record that's been broken. Yes. So we're going to give it up for Bron. We're going to give it up for Bron for sure. For sure. Now, on that night, and I hate to poke the bear, but I'm going to do that. Just because it's a hot topic. AD. And I'm gonna defer to you because you're the Laker fan. Maybe you can just dissect that better, but that wasn't a good look.
It wasn't a good look. So I'm sure everyone at this point has seen the video or the pictures of AD sitting down whenever LeBron James actually broke the record. It gave off a weird vibe. Honestly, to me, AD was playing weird the whole entire night. It wasn't just that moment. But I didn't see the moment when it was actually happening in real time whenever he sat down on the bench while LeBron James broke the record.
Right.
It gave off like a little Hayden vibe. It gave off a weird vibe just from pictures and videos alone.
It did.
Just from pictures and videos alone, it looked like AD wasn't really feeling the moment, trying to celebrate Bron. I don't know. It looked a little weird.
Yeah.
Trying to dissect it, I really didn't try to put too much in it. It bothered me, but I didn't want to put too much into that. I didn't want to read too much into that.
You think it's because they was
off with him?
You think he probably was a little, I'll say, absurd because they were force feeding Bron to get him to that point?
No, because LeBron played within the game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch the very beginning of the game, but I did see a tweet that said for the first 3 or 4 minutes, yeah, you could tell, like, obviously the adrenaline was high. Like, everybody was there,
Right.
But once he settled in, what did he go? Bron went, I think, 19 for 20. I don't know the exact field goals, but he played within the game. He took his regular shots. He only took 20 shots.
Yeah. Okay.
Russ had 27 that night.
And Russ, I'm just gonna start while he was with the Lakers. He should have just stopped shooting. Trying to go for layups.
I didn't understand why he kept trying to shoot those threes and trying to. I don't know, but he still showed up. He played.
He played.
AD, on the other hand, had 13 points and 8 rebounds.
Y'all went passing the ball.
But you can't pout in the moment. Keep working hard. Keep playing.
Yeah.
Play in this moment. This is a big stage right now. Yeah, we in LA and the lights are already bright, but it's so many celebrities and people here and cameras and a lot of legends in the building. Play.
Yeah.
Play.
Yeah.
And I felt like he pouted. I felt like he was pouting during the game.
I think that was probably
he pouted in that moment. But from what I saw on Twitter, I guess someone said that He was mad because he could have been mad because Ham took him off the court in that moment, and he wanted to be on the floor celebrating with Bron. You know, he wanted to be on the court in that moment. And honestly, I probably would have been upset with that too.
Right, but basically, he made that about him.
Yeah, at the same time,
you can't do that.
You can't do that. It's not about you. Still be happy in the moment. Be professional. Then in the back. In the locker room, we could talk about you being, a little irritated, by not being on the floor during that moment. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I didn't try to read into too much into it. You know, I just kind of
No, you don't think it's gonna be any kind of controversy?
No. I don't think so. Cool. I don't think so. I think we'll be good, and I think we'll be real good now that the team looks different. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But I wanted to get before I know because that's what we rate now. But I had mentioned the force feeding. And one thing that I will admit, I don't watch a lot of Laker games, but I do pay attention to what's going on a little bit. And in that game specifically, record-breaking game, he went to the line a lot. And before last night, he wasn't going to that line. He wasn't getting them fouls called. So, what's been going on with that?
That goes to show you that these are the calls he's supposed to be getting anyway. Mm-hmm. He always gets fouled, and they never really call him. They ref him like they did Shaq. But obviously, the referees knew what the moment was, and they knew not to mess that up because Bron might have went bad on him. The script sent to him. Bron might have went bad on him that night. If you seen how he reacted after the Celtics game when they didn't call the foul at the end of the game, but the referees understood the assignment. Don't mess this up,
right?
And I really wish, since you brought that up, I really wish I knew how many times he went to the line. Because like I said, he still had a really good shooting percentage. So he made most of them buckets now. But and a lot of them were N1s. Yeah. But again, the referees, they need to get it together. They've been bad this year. Yeah. Speaking of the Celtics game, they've been terrible this year. And specifically for me, for the Lakers, there's been 5 games off the top of my head that I can think of that the referees decided the game. And I know I'm not the only one because I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it on TV shows, your favorite TV show. I've seen it everywhere. Your favorite sports debating shows, I've seen it all. Like, it's been 4 or 5 games to where they messed up. And so much so to where, of course, the last 2-minute report comes out the next day and they tell you they messed up.
Man, don't you hate that though? Just keep that to yourself.
I hate it because there's nothing you can do about it. You're not going to change the outcome. You're not going to replay the game. Right. You're not going to find the referees, which I think y'all should start doing, and start suspending them games. You're not going to suspend them. So what's the point of coming out with that last 2-minute report? Like, yep, y'all was right. We messed up. Yep, right there. Like, what's the point?
I guess they just want to show accountability.
And then, oh my gosh, let's not forget the tweet that the officials decided to tweet. And I want to know who tweeted this tweet because they were being real petty. I read it in pettiness.
What did it say?
And I quote, "Like everyone else, referees make mistakes. We made one at the end of the night of last night's game. And that is gut-wrenching for us. This play will weigh heavily and cause sleepless nights as we strive to be the best referees we can be."
Come on, man.
End quote.
Not the sleepless nights.
Like, you're trolling at this point.
Yeah.
Pretty much what I heard the referees was saying, okay, all right, let us, just come up with something so they can think, we feel guilty when we really don't.
Y'all was gonna mess up that parlay.
Like, let's be real, man. Just hold account. Like, just be accountable for your actions. That's all I'm asking. When you know you're wrong, and admit that. That's all I'm asking. Like, and a lot of people had an issue with what Pat Bev did at the end of that game, that Celtics game, when he went and took the camera to the referee and was like, foul. Yeah. That is a foul. Look, it's right here. I wasn't upset with Pat for doing that at all. Because they need to be held accountable.
Agreed.
I struggle with officiating. Like, everywhere.
I told you my mind been rocked ever since that goddamn documentary.
Yes.
About that rep. But see, I already knew that shit was cheating anyway.
Right.
But go ahead. It's about...
Yeah. I just felt like they were trolling with that tweet, and it really wasn't sincere, even though they tried to make it seem like they were being sincere.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Other than that, I'm done talking about officials because I don't want to spend a lot of time. Like, we gotta move on, but they got to do better, man. And I feel like the NBA and the NFL and everybody else, all the other sports platforms around the world need to start holding referees accountable like they do overseas.
Yeah. Oh, what they do overseas?
Well, it's not. I don't know if it's overseas. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if it's somewhere. I think it is overseas.
Okay.
Like referees are getting suspended and fined.
Oh shoot!
And so a lot of people started to say like, yes, that's what needs to happen on this side. Like,
it does.
You have to be held accountable some way, because if you do, now you'll be more conscious when you don't call a foul or do call a foul.
Right.
Especially when the whole world can see, claiming that you didn't have the right angle. No, I don't believe that.
Right.
Because now we lost this game and it's your fault when we could have won in regulation.
Right.
It's stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
referees definitely did take the outcome of the game sometimes. For
they
sure.
do. And so anyway, we're gonna move on from that.
Yeah, that's cool.
But like we said at the beginning, it's a lot of things going on in the NBA. I don't know if you want us to go ahead and get into the trade.
Let's do it. Let's not even waste no time no more, because I'm excited. Can't even stand myself how excited I am. So should I pop it off?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go.
I mean, trade deadlines is an exciting time. It really is. It really is. But the Mavericks done something. God. The Mavericks done something that, they don't normally do. I mean, we're active sometimes in the trade deadline. We're active. We'll pull, we'll do a little razzle-dazzle every now and then. But it was that Sunday afternoon for me. Jesus. Yes, God.
You stupid.
It was that Sunday afternoon. And I'm going to take my time with this because I got to paint the scenario. I was asleep. I was taking a little Sunday afternoon nap. My phone just buzzing. And I ignored it. I'm like, I am asleep. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Y'all know you try and get your nap in and you ain't really trying to worry about no phone. But it just kept buzzing so. And I'm just like, all right, something going on. And I must have checked the group chat. Shout out to the group chat. Y'all know who y'all are. And the goddamn me Dallas Mavericks, my squad, my gang, traded for Kyrie Irving. Hold on, because y'all don't understand. The Dallas Mavericks, yes, the Dallas Mavericks, traded for Kyrie Irving. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even know if I thought my vision was blurred. I thought, hungover for the last night. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing, because that don't happen for the Mavericks. We don't get them kind of trades, and we definitely don't get them kind of players. No disrespect to Luka. You already know what time it is.
Well, y'all drafted him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Well, drafted Trae Young and traded for him.
But they already knew what it was gonna be.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, if we ain't drafting you, or, in a sense, trade draft, whatever, we don't get them kind of players. So I had to, like, wipe my eyes and really I had to read that thing about 3 or 4 times. The Dallas Mavericks traded for Kyrie freaking Irving. Yes, we have Kyrie Irving paired with a Luka Doncic. Madness over. Game time. Mavs in 6. Hello. I really just couldn't believe my eyes, y'all. And that jump-started my Sunday. It really did. And this was a moment, man. This was a moment. And I know people got their feelings about Kyrie. I don't care. Like, I'm willing to take on all the risks. If getting Kyrie and that gives me a chance at a chip, give me all that bullshit, Kyrie. I don't give a damn. I just need you to suit up at 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock. That's all. I don't care. You can burn incense in the locker room. You can get your little placemat, sit cross-legged like Russell Simmons. I don't give a damn.
Something is wrong with her, y'all.
I don't care. This was a monumental moment for the Mavericks. And let me ask you, how did you feel when you heard that information? I know you're a Lakers fan, but just vibe with me. Just humor me for a second. How did you feel when you saw that?
First of all, when I heard Kyrie demanded a trade, I automatically knew that he was coming to LA. I just knew that he was coming because we had already been here. We talked about it on previous episodes. Already been here that he demanded a trade. He wanted to be in LA. It was other teams linked to him, but he wanted to be in LA for sure. Right. He wanted to link back up with Brian. So I'm like, okay, all right. Trade deadline is Thursday. At this time, it's last Friday, Thursday, whatever. And then, I knew things were about to start heating up. It's the NBA trade deadline. You're going to hear some stuff. You're going to see some stuff. Stuff going to start moving.
Of course.
Went to church. Felt really good.
Amen.
I think I had talked about Kyrie that morning for some strange reason. I don't know.
Yeah. And
like you said, shout out to the group chat. On my way home from church, feeling good. I saw D Rose, 3 Rose. He messaged in the group message that Kyrie to the Mavs with 3 exclamation marks. I'm like, huh? Wait a minute, what? What you mean? So I immediately went to Twitter.
Right.
And
verify that.
I saw Woj's face and I saw Sham's face, and I was like, oh goodness.
It happened.
And sure enough, it said the Brooklyn Nets are trading Kyrie Irving to the Dallas Mavericks for so-and-so, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, my heart sunk. In that moment, my heart sunk. I was angry. I was upset because I'm like, for one, why? And then, of course, the first thing you see when trades happen, you just see that the trade happened.
Right.
But then you get further details after, the trade has happened and it's official and it's gone through. And, my anger kind of shifted towards, Nets owner Josiah, because you could tell it was just petty all over the trade. It was just petty. Because the Lakers were in talks with the Nets.
Yes,
so were the Mavericks and everybody else. It was a petty move. It was a petty move. You didn't want to send Kyrie to LA because he demanded a trade, so you wanted him to go to a different situation. You didn't want to help LeBron out. You didn't want to help the Lakers out. And you didn't want to put Kyrie back in that winning situation.
Wait a minute now, Velz.
Hold up. I'm not saying that they're winning now. I'm saying you didn't want to put him in that situation to potentially team up with LeBron and AD. And let me finish.
I'm gonna let you finish.
LeBron and AD and take off, because I feel like that could have took off. And I'm just being real with you.
It could have.
As the day went on, I kind of got over it. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, okay, well, it is what it is. Because in my mind, what did Howard say? In my mind.
Sing.
I feel like Kyrie is a rental for Dallas. I feel like it's I just don't want Dallas Mavericks fans to be disappointed. And I was saying these things in the group message and they thought I was hating, but I know how. I've seen it too many times. I know how the NBA works. He's a rental because, first of all, y'all didn't do anything at the trade deadline, right? Did y'all?
No, we didn't. Okay.
We'll get there. I'm going to let you talk.
Okay.
Y'all didn't do anything at the trade deadline because you remember it was rumored that Ayton could have been going to the Mavericks. Now, had they got him, my mind would have changed. But he is a rental. You have to return him in 90 days.
Oh, wow.
Let me just finish.
Okay. Y'all, she revving me up.
Now, is this something for sure? Obviously not. The NBA is a business. Things happen all the time, i.e. the trade deadline. You just never know what's going to happen. But I don't think he stays here in Dallas, and that's coming from my heart. Like, I'm serious. Even if he were to be going somewhere else, because I saw something about him wanting to be with the Suns.
I did see that today.
He is a rental. It don't matter who get him. I don't think he stays. Now, if Dallas can somehow work that free agency market in the summer and make things happen, do it. You would be smart too. Because if you don't, Kyrie's gone, and then guess what? You're going to have to worry about Luka then. If you don't get anybody else back, like another superstar. Dallas gave up a lot for an experiment.
I agree.
They gave up a lot for you not to know really what your future holds unless you can offer him that money that he wants and or bring someone else besides him and Luka, which Kyrie played last night and they look good. They won the game. Like, they look like a really good team. Mm-hmm. It could get scary when Luka get back. I'm not talking about this season. I'm not talking about that at all. I also said this. If Dallas makes it to the Western Conference Finals and gets to the finals and wins the championship, Kyrie may very well stay. I mean, because you're in a winning culture. You're winning. You're winning games. So why do you care about what team you're on? You got Luka, who is an exciting player. You got yourself, and then everybody else that is surrounded by y'all and playing in their role. You got your young boys, Hardy and Green. If they can keep up what they did last night, you got THJ. He could stay. He really could. But in my opinion, and I'm done after this, in my opinion, Kyrie gone already. But he will finish out this season. Obviously, he has to. And y'all could go far. I'm giving y'all that. Y'all in the fourth spot in the West right now. I'm giving y'all that. It's not much change from him coming from Brooklyn to Dallas. In Brooklyn, they were 5th seed. In the Western Conference, or in the Eastern Conference, they were the 5th seed. In the Western Conference, they're the 4th. He's the 4th seed. 4th seed Dallas Mavericks. So it could work out, and he could stay. And I promise you, this is gonna be it, and I'm gonna let you go.
I'm taking it all in.
What I do love is that he's showing love to the Dallas Mavericks fans. Man, he's walking with them. He's taking pictures with them. He's signing autographs. He's being a good sport, and I love it. I love to see it. Whenever they showed him about to play his first game with Dallas last night, I read his lips. I guess a fan had asked for a picture or an autograph. He was like, after the game.
Yeah.
And I believe that whoever that was, he fulfilled his promise, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at Dallas for getting him. I'm mad at how it went down and how petty the situation was. I'm going to let you go ahead and do your thing because I know you about to.
I mean, because, okay. I will be honest. I see your point. I will at least, I'm going to give you that. I see your point.
I appreciate that.
But y'all won't even let the man play with Luka first. Like, y'all, like, no, hold on. You said
I
your
ain't
piece.
saying nothing. Go ahead.
Y'all won't even let him suit up with Luka first. How about let's just see what this look like first. Let's before we start jumping out the window, he's a rental. Like, okay, and I will be real. I said that. I said he may be a rental. I said that. But I had to sit back and then really analyze the situation here. And again, this is pre the blockbuster that we're about to announce. Right. Well, that's already been announced, but you know what I mean. I had to sit back and think, and I'm like, this is a different situation with Kyrie that he's in. And I get it. He would play with LeBron in Cleveland. Then he went to Boston with a young Jason Tatum and young Jaylen Brown. Again, young. That is the adjective in that sentence. And then he goes and plays with Kevin Durant. It didn't work out, whatever. He demanded a trade because he felt like he wasn't getting respect or whatever the case. I'm not here to debate that. But now he's playing with Luka Doncic. And the way you can play these guys is interchangeable. Because they both play the point guard position. Luka can go get rest for about 5 or so minutes and let Kyrie run offense.
True. Like he did last night.
And honestly, all these NBA players got egos. We're putting in a position where he could be a co-star and be a star at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then imagine when both of them boys are on the court. Pick your poison. You gonna double Luka? You gonna double Kyrie? You better not double neither one of them. He's in a different situation here in Dallas. He's in a different situation here in Texas. And we can talk about, and to get on money real quick, Ain't no state income tax here. So you gonna see most of your money here. When you go to LA, you ain't. It's way more expensive. The cost of living. If
You
we're
don't care
speaking
about
money,
that.
I'm just talking about financial. I'm putting it out there about the financial situation here.
Okay.
You make more money in the state of Texas when you make a lot of money. Put it like that. You make a lot of money here. Cost of living is cheap. So that's the financial side. Now, as far as the basketball side and wanting to feel loved and appreciated, because he said a lot of things in his post-game presser.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he just want to go where he feels celebrated, not tolerated.
Right.
We ain't never had two superstars at one time. I'm going to say that again. We have never had two superstars here at one time. We have never had that.
Nash and Dirk?
I mean, okay. So sidebar. So when Nash was the superstar. Dirk was coming up.
Okay.
Dirk was getting there. Mark Cuban let Nash go, which he says that was the biggest mistake he's ever made. Because that boy got back-to-back MVPs on our ass after that.
Mm.
We could have. But Dirk was climbing at that point. Dirk hadn't solidified himself. So we had a superstar, but I feel like Nash
Superstar
really,
and a half.
Yes. I think Dirk was on his way up.
Okay.
Now, this is the first time we had two starting all-stars on our team that could lead a team. This is the first time we've had that.
Can Kyrie lead a team?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Has he?
I'm
just asking.
Right? No, I get you. So I have a 2-part answer for that.
Because we know what Luka has done.
I know what Luka can. I mean, he carried our ass to the Western Conference Finals last year. I'm no dummy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Kyrie can, and I want to choose my words wisely. Talent-wise, he can. I don't know about his mental. I've always said Kyrie's a head case. I will not back off that because he's a Maverick. Kyrie is a head case. I'm making that trade every day and twice on Sunday. I don't give a damn. I'm making that trade. Now, what I'm saying is, Kyrie's, if he truly is buying in, because I know it's the honeymoon stage. I get it. I get all of that. But this is a different situation for him because he could still lead and be a co-star at the same time. Because when we go sit Luka down, this your team. This your team right now in this moment. This belongs to you. You go be Kyrie. And one thing that I did hear in that presser, he was like, they just told me to go be me. And I told them, don't just look for me. Play y'all's game. I'll fit in.
Right.
That's not verbatim. That's just, what I gathered. And did just that and had a phenomenal debut. So what I'm saying is this is a different situation. If he enjoys playing with Luka, he enjoys the fan. Because and that's what I was trying to say. Since we never had two stars like this, we're excited. We're happy. We're just glad we got something.
I can feel it.
You know what I mean? Motherfucker.
Y'all are happy.
We're just glad we got something. So it's like we're already gonna gravitate. We already gonna show you open arms. It's Southern hospitality anyway. Hello, Texas. Let's go. We already gonna show you open arms. So you gonna be celebrated no matter what. So this is a different situation. We're not as now we're hard on our media is more hard on the Cowboys, but we're not as hard on the Mavericks. We're not gonna dig at you and make you feel some kind of way. Like, right. You're in a good situation here. Now, whatever Kyrie wants to do after this season, that's on him. But just know, if he stays, we're building something great.
Oh, yeah.
We're building something great. And I don't give a damn what trades have been made. This trade deadline, we are the best backcourt in the NBA. And if we're not, you better show me somebody who is. If we're not, in the comment section or wherever, you better tell me who is the better duo than Luka and Kyrie. And that's scary hours.
Well, I know that KD is now with the Suns, so
and that just diminished everything.
We could talk about KD and Book. But before I get there, you mentioned he's never played with a Luka. Kyrie has never played with a Luka. Right. Okay, yeah, but he's played with a LeBron.
Yeah.
He's played with a KD.
But he was also a young Kyrie
It
that
don't
didn't want
matter.
to
He
take the
still
back
shi-
seat.
He still shined.
He did.
Period.
Like Kyrie,
Especially it wasn't no young Kyrie just now with the Nets.
no.
He played with KD. He
Right.
played with Harden. Like, even though we didn't get to see a great
But
sample
Luka
size of
makes
those
everybody
threes.
better. KD doesn't make everybody better. LeBron's a give and take. Maybe,
He makes people better.
but literally, stop. Okay.
And we got.
I know. I'm trying. I'm not trying. Like, all right, LeBron's good. Like, he does. But think about the team Luka has.
Has had.
Yeah, like has/had.
Okay.
Honestly, do you know those guys? Like, no, for real. Like, I mean, we're here
Luka?
in the area. Like, his teammates, Luka's team. Do you know them guys?
Yeah.
No, like, no. Nationally, do you know those guys?
Yes. Nationally, yes.
Spencer Dinwiddie, maybe.
Yes.
But who else?
Tim Hardaway
He's not.
Jr.
He's not a household name.
He's
He's not a household name. We're not gonna do that.
okay.
Like, come on now. Like, for real. Like, come on now, Velz. For real. Niggas don't know who them guys is for real.
Keep going.
So what I'm saying is, Luka will make you $100 million player. Ask Jay LeBron, say hello. So why wouldn't you want to play with that kind of guy? Like Luka, yes, he's ball dominant. He needs the ball, but he didn't want pester for that trade. That's what Cube said. Cuban said Luka wanted that trade. So Luka is not a dummy.
That.
He
Duh.
high basketball IQ.
Why wouldn't he want that trade?
Right. I'm saying though.
He needed
so
help.
if you don't think they can coexist, if he knows Kyrie's game, do you think he's not willing to do whatever it takes to make it work?
I didn't say they couldn't coexist.
Oh, a lot of people are saying that though. A lot of people are saying that.
I believe they're gonna coexist. I believe they're gonna look real good. I just don't think
Scary.
that that's gonna keep him there.
We'll see.
Because we've seen it in the past to where he's moved on.
Can a person not turn over a new leaf?
Yeah, of course. Well, look, we'll see.
All right.
We're not gonna stay on that.
I'm done because
He
now I'm
didn't
getting
come to LA.
passionate. Now I'm acting like I'm talking about LeBron.
he didn't get to LA. He got to the Mavericks. The Mavericks got what they wanted and have been longing for a long time. And we're just gonna.
It's a little shade for me.
It's not. That was not shade at all. That wasn't shade at all. Y'all got what y'all been wanting.
I mean, yes. It's true.
And so we'll see how it plays out. But the reason why I felt like it was petty is because the next day, KD's gone. Or the day after that, KD's gone. And guess where he got traded to? The Suns. Where he wanted to go where he said he would want to go if Kyrie had left.
Man.
So you can make that happen, Josiah, but you can't get Kyrie to LA.
Nah. He probably got vendetta against Kyrie.
No, I get it. I understand. I'm just saying. It's crazy. But moving on from Kyrie, it was a lot that happened. I'm happy for y'all.
All right.
It was a lot that happened in the trade deadline.
Yeah, yes. Trade deadline was crazy.
So I'll start with the Lakers. Well, y'all, they did it. They made some moves today. You know, LeBron, he just broke the record Tuesday. Here it is Thursday. Now these players are gone. Let's start with Russ. He's gone.
Yeah.
Out of LA. And let me just say, Russ, thank you. I appreciate you. You always gonna be the Brody. I've always had love for Russ. I've always had love for Russ. Always. But he just wasn't a good fit with LA. As much as I wanted him to fit, as much as I just wanted it to work, it just did not. No. So they got rid of Russ. They got rid of Damian Jones. Well, she should have been gone a long time ago. They got rid of
Thomas Bryant.
Thomas
Bryant?
Yeah. Well, Thomas Bryant demanded a trade.
Oh, he did? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. Go ahead. I didn't know.
Juan Toscano Anderson, they got rid of him. And then they also got rid of Patrick Bell. They made moves, man. Rob did his thing. Okay. So here's what they acquired in this trade. They got D'Angelo Russell from the Timberwolves. They got Mo Bamba from the Magic, Jared Vanderbilt from Utah, and Malik Beasley from Utah. And then, of course, Thomas Bryant demanded a trade. So then they got back Davon Reed, which I honestly don't know who that is, and picks. So I think Rob did his thing. Lakers fans, LeBron fans, everybody has been on his head about making moves and constructing this team the way he did. But he did his thing today, and I got to give him credit. Now it's going to be interesting to see what it looks like moving forward. But yeah, Thomas Bryant, he actually demanded a trade. He felt like after his minutes, were diminished once Anthony Davis got back, he was frustrated with that. He didn't like that. In which I feel like he pulled the trigger too quick. I feel like just be patient, young man. Like he was like, nah, I'm out of here. Yeah. Like I'm not playing as much anymore since, AD has been back. I want to be gone.
Yeah.
And I think it was just everything, all the hoopla and all of that. I think the bright lights ain't made for everybody.
That's true.
And so, and he wasn't willing to just play behind AD without any opportunity. So he demanded his trade and he's gone. But I feel like they made really good moves today. Like we talked about previously, the Suns got KD, and I was asleep when it happened. You can talk about that. I was asleep when it happened, but when I woke up and saw it, I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yes.
It's one of them you got to rub your eyes like, I don't drink, huh? Like, you got to get up and see that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that was a tough read. Yeah. That was a tough read. I mean, it was like a thief in the night. It happened here in Central Time. It happened around like 12:15, 12:30.
I was knocked out.
And just finished up the Mavs game. Kyrie's debut. Let me shout him out real quick with the 24 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Stop playing with us. But after all that was done and over with, we defeated the Clippers. Some news came down from Woj. That Woj bomb. Mm-hmm. Kyrie had been traded to Phoenix.
Who? KD.
No, I'm sorry, KD. I'm sorry. God, dog. Whoo. KD, Kevin Durant, was traded to Phoenix. Immediately anger. Because what the hell? I thought y'all was keeping KD.
That's
KD
what they said.
East,
that's what they said. They weren't planning on moving them.
And it happened. And again, if I'm Phoenix, I'm making that trade every day and twice on Sunday. Like, I'm going to make that trade. Now, the Suns, they gave us some pieces for KD. So they're definitely trying to go all in. But that was a tough read. You have now Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, agent Chris Paul, but he's still Chris Paul. I respect him like no other. And you got a DeAndre Ayton. Scary hours. I'm not gonna front. Scary hours. But it still matters at 6. But that really shook the Western Conference, and it really shook the NBA, because that's a demon. The Suns, if they stay healthy, I already saw Vegas numbers. They already solidified themselves as contenders. They already solidified themselves as one of them ones. Hello, little baby, one of them ones. Mm-hmm. Like, they've already solidified themselves as one of those teams that is potentially making the finals. And that is scary for me, especially as a Mavs fan, because, we have this little whack fake rivalry with the Suns. And they say if players will start today, that's round 1. And what a round 1 that would be. Mm-hmm. But I was bothered by that. And I have a lot. See, here's the thing. I got a lot of stuff on KD. Not like a lot of stuff. I got a lot of questions for you about KD. But how did you feel at that moment when you heard that? I'm
gonna be real with you. I didn't care because
wow,
I've seen it so many times to where, like, I seen when I remember when KD got traded to the Warriors and how I felt that day versus how I felt when I saw KD got traded to the Suns. They don't scare me.
They don't.
No, they don't. Reason being is they got rid of a lot of players themselves.
They did.
Mikal Bridges is gone. Cam Johnson is gone. They finally got rid of Jay Crowder. And I forgot who else. But they don't put fear in my heart. And I can't keep reacting to these blockbuster trades. Like, soon as the Lakers upgrade their roster, then boom, bam, that happens. Like, but for some strange reason, in my heart, I'm not afraid, because
like, why?
In this league, even though KD and Book, and then you got CP3, and then you got Aiden as well, KD and Book are monsters. But at the same time, I feel like this league, regardless of the players that you have, you got to get on that court and play.
Yeah.
And I feel like shooting, if you have shooting, then you can compete. You know what I'm saying? And so it's going to be tough, because they on paper, they look like the monster. Like, they look good.
Like a 3-headed monster.
But I just, literally, all day, I just did not feel it. Like, I was like, okay. All right. That's what we doing? Okay, bet. Okay. But obviously, we'll see, because it's going to play out.
Right.
But yeah, it didn't put any fear in my heart, honestly. But that is a good team. I'm not saying that they're going to be sorry. I'm not saying that.
No.
They do look good, but it didn't shake me. Like it shook everyone else.
Yeah. It riled me up. Because I'm like, damn, I thought we was going to win the trade deadline. Yeah. Until Phoenix pulled the wool over my eyes, didn't they? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, we shall see. We shall see how that KD and Phoenix experiment goes. That's where he wants to be. But that makes me raise another question. You think it's going to work? You think that dynamic, the Chris Paul Book, okay, another like Golden State kind of thing?
Yeah, I can see it working.
That's scary. And so what's crazy to me, and we'll move on, I want Chris Paul to get a ring, though. Like, I do. Like, he deserves that, man. That man is a hard worker, and he's put in that time, and he deserves a ring. He's turned into a little journeyman a little bit. And I think that's all he's waiting on, and then he's going to bow out. But it can't come at the Mavs' expense.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's my only thing. Like, I will pull for Chris Paul to win a ring, but if it takes defeating the Mavs, then Chris Paul's just not going to get a ring. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm rolling. Like that, I will hope that's not how he would get a ring if it comes to expensive.
They're gonna beat the Mavs if they match up with them. I'm sorry, Lyse.
That's crazy. They're
gonna beat them.
Wow. Well, we'll get a preview. We will get a preview on March 5th, I believe.
That's gonna be crazy.
So we'll find out. Oh, I guess we'll find out because playoffs and regular season is a different kind of game. But we'll find out then. But anything else you want on the deadline that you want to cover?
No, it was a few, odds and ends moves that were made. Poto got traded. It was a few names that got moved around, but for the sake of time, we can't really
get off into that.
On it.
Yeah.
So we'll move on. But yeah, NBA, man, is always crazy.
It's crazy, man. Deadline was sick this year.
Yeah.
It was fun. Like, literally just glued to ESPN, glued to Twitter, glued to Instagram. I'm going to just wait. You know what I mean? So before we move on, though, now that the trade deadline is over, things has gotten moved around. Players, teams have upgraded. And the East, I feel like the East is what it is. We already know it's going to be Bucks and Celtics fighting for them 1 and 2 spot. We kind of understand that. And Philly's in the mix and Miami and all that kind of shit. So that doesn't matter. West, because the West made the most noise this trade deadline. How's the West shaping up? How do you see the end of the season? Give me your top 5 in the West right now. Now that the trade, yes. As soon as at the trade deadline, don't think about nothing else. What's your top 5 in the West if the season was in?
It'll be the Denver Nuggets.
Mm-hmm. At 1?
Yeah, at 1. Okay. I'm going to say Phoenix at number 2.
Okay.
Clippers at 3. I can still see Mavericks staying at 4. And then the Grizzlies at 5. You said top 5, right?
Top 5.
Yep. So Denver's number 1, Phoenix at 2, Clippers 3, Mavericks 4, Grizzlies 5.
Okay. I won't debate that. So my top 5 of the West, I'm gonna go Denver 1, Phoenix 2, Mavs 3, Memphis 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Sacramento at 5.
Okay. Yeah, because they look good.
Because Sacramento is one of them sneaky, quiet teams.
No, they look good. I'm not gonna lie. They number 3 in the West right now. They look good.
Yeah. So I'm a shout out to De'Aaron Fox. They and Harrison Barnes.
But I will say this: Lakers are 13th still right now.
Oh, the West is tight, man.
The West is tight and wide open. I don't know if you could do both of those at the same time, but it's wide open in the West. It's wide open in the West.
Yo.
And so, stop. I feel like the Lakers can go on a run. I don't think it's going to be before the All-Star break. I think they're going to hit their stride after because of all these new players that they have acquired. Mm-hmm. I think they go on a run and at least make the play-in.
They'll make the play-in,
but into making the playoffs.
Right.
I believe in the Lakers. I just need to see what it looks like because they got some decent players back, some good defenders, some good shooters. I just want to see what it looks like on court. And if it looks like anything I feel like it could look like, we may be all right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think the Lakers will be a play-in team.
Okay.
And go from there. But like I said, top 5. I can't put them there. They just, they got way too many new pieces that you got to try to make work.
Not top 5 at all.
Yeah, and then we ain't got that much season left. So play-in team, and then like you said, go from there.
Yeah. Go
from there. So that's the NBA. Wild and crazy. I know. I felt it. I was on edge the whole time. But the WNBA been on some crazy too.
Yeah.
The WNBA, y'all. The WNBA been sick. And I hate that if you're not paying attention, you're missing out on some drama. Like, if anything else, just pay attention to the drama. The WNBA has been turned up right now in the offseason.
Yep.
A lot of moves have been made. Some retirements then came down. Some of everything. Maya Moore is your favorite.
One of my favorites. Yep.
So go ahead and let them know what Maya Moore been doing.
Man,
real quick.
my girl Maya, she finally decided to announce her retirement. If some of you guys know, she's been out of the game for about 2 or 3 years, helping innocent men and women get out of prison. And she's been doing her thing off the court, and that's something huge that we should celebrate. You know, she's been doing her, due diligence and her work outside of basketball. But just to shout my girl Maya out, as we do with all of our favorite athletes who retire or decide to hang it up. Most of y'all know Maya from UConn. Right. She was at UConn from 2007 to 2011. She was the number 1 pick in the 2011 WNBA draft, selected by the Minnesota Lynx. She played from 2011 to 2018. She wore number 23. And just to quickly go through, some of her accolades, she is a 4-time WNBA champion. She has won WNBA Finals MVP. She has won WNBA MVP. It's a lot of letters and acronyms. She is a 6-time WNBA All-Star. She is a 3-time WNBA All-Star Game MVP. 5-time All WNBA First Teams. 2-time All WNBA Second Team. 2-time WNBA All Defensive Second Team. She was the steals leader in 2018.
Wow.
She was a scoring leader in 2014, Rookie of the Year in 2011. She made the All-Rookie team in 2011. FIBA Cup World MVP in 2014. 2-time EuroLeague Women Champion, 2012 and 2018. It's so much. She's a 2-time NCAA champion when she was at UConn. She has so many accolades.
Yeah.
That we just don't even have to name. You can Google her and look her up. But Maya Moore, we salute you.
Hell yeah.
First of all, congratulations to your baby boy who you just had maybe some months ago.
Let's go.
With your husband. She is an amazing person on and off the court. She was signed to Jordan Brand.
Yes. First female athlete signed to Jordan Brand, by might I add.
I just loved Maya Moore's game, man. She was a bucket. She played so smooth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember reading about this little girl when I was in high school. We graduated in the same year. Mm-hmm. And for her to finally decide to hang up her sneakers and say, you know, my work here is done. You know, I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her.
Me too.
And she left it all out on the court. She was a huge competitor and just an all around she was a good person. Yeah. Well, she ain't dead. But she's a good person. She's a good person. Doing her thing off the court, like I said, helping free men and women who have been wrongfully incarcerated. Man, she also, you know, won gold for Team USA in 2012 in London, in 2016 in Rio Janeiro.
She's goated.
She's goated. She's goated. And Maya, we just want to say, you know, congratulations on your retirement. Yes. You deserve it. Yes. You will forever be one of my favorite all time, you know, women athletes. And enjoy retirement, man.
Enjoy retirement. Let's clap up for Maya Moore. Yeah. Goated. Yeah. Goated. Man, so that's a piece of the movement. The WNBA. Yeah. A surprising thing that happened, and in case you're new to the Locked In Sports podcast, we are Aces fans. We gang, squad for the Aces. Yep. But we lost a real good gang member, I guess, in a sense. We lost a really good player, our sixth woman, pretty much, De'Arica Hamby. She was traded to the Sparks during this offseason period. And I was bothered by that, you know what I mean? Because I love De'Arica's game. I think she helps the Aces in different ways. So it was really sad to see her go. But I think she's going to go on and do great things with the Los Angeles Sparks. We'll still be cheering for her, just as long as she's not playing Aces. But I will be cheering for her. And we're going to leave it at that. But two, even though we got rid of one, we gathered another. And maybe even a couple. Yep. And in case y'all been living under a rock, again, pay attention to the WNBA. Another GOAT. Jesus. Candace Parker. The Candace Parker is now a member of the Las Vegas Aces. What? Candace. So wait, paint this picture for me. You mean you got a Candace Parker and an Asia Wilson on the block?
That's crazy.
You got a Kelsey Plumlee and a Jackie Young on the wing, and you got a Chelsea Gray bringing it up. Who's stopping that team? Who is stopping the Vegas Aces at this very moment? And not to mention, they just signed Alicia Clark, too. That's your De'Arica Hamby replacement.
The Aces looking good, man.
Scary.
It's going to be hard to beat that team.
Yes.
But they weren't the only ones to make moves.
Talk about it.
You got it. Go ahead. I'm going to let you carry it.
Man. Velz is right. The Aces wasn't the only one that was active in this offseason. The New York Liberty, that squad, that gang. Yeah, they acquired Jonquel Jones. They acquired Breonna Stewart, affectionately known as Stewie. They paired him up with Sabrina Ionescu, along with Courtney Vandersloot. She came aboard too. Is looking very scary in the WNBA, and like if y'all don't even know who I'm talking about, that's a problem, because you better go Google these women. These ain't no pussycat ass females. Now these is real hoopers. These is real hoopers. Breonna Stewart, literally, I mean, I know Sabrina Ionesco is, female mom, but mamacita. But Breonna Stewart.
Yeah, she cold. She is cold. Another UConn product.
So while the Aces was gathering up their super team, New York wasn't taking no nap. Matter of fact, look, ladies, don't even waste your time. Just go and start the finals and put the Aces and New York Liberty right there in the mix. Because who is stopping either one of those teams? Be for real, though. Who is stopping either one of those teams? I can't wait till they play each other.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a good season. I may have to go ahead and get that WNBA league pass.
Man, hey,
I may have to go ahead and get that.
Got to. Me too. I ain't know they had that.
Yeah, they do.
Man, well, look, I'm on it because that's gonna be some good basketball.
It is.
And it's just like star power from every which way. I just feel sorry for but you know what? The Dallas Wings, they made a couple of moves. I'm excited. They got a new coach. They got some talent coming up in there. But them Aces and that Liberty is different.
They're looking good, and I'm gonna try to make my way to those games whenever they're in town.
Got to.
Whenever the Aces play the Wings, and then whenever the New York Liberty play the Wings. And I'm also still a Wings fan too.
No, facts.
Still gonna represent
I love
for
the
them.
Wings.
That's the hometown team. But yeah, it's looking real scary in the WNBA. So hey, it's time that y'all start tuning in, man, and watching these games. These women can ball.
Oh yeah.
They may not be dunking every game.
Yeah.
But it's fundamental basketball if you're just a fan of the game, period. Like they are playing. Speaking of young women in the game,
man,
let's go ahead and make our way to a little NCAA, little women's NCAA college basketball.
Y'all, look, and man, look, I get it, but y'all are missing out on a show right now in the NCAA women division. And I'm gonna go on and tell you right now. I love South Carolina. That squad, that's gang. Shout out to Don Staley. For real, Aaliyah Boston. All of them cats, man. I love them girls. But LSU is different with a capital goddamn D. I'm sorry, mama. LSU is different. Angel Reese.
Yeah.
One more time. Angel Reese, killing it. I love everything about her game. Everything about her game. Let me tell you a little thing about Angel Reese. I ain't gonna say but within the past few weeks, she just broke Sylvia Fowles' double-double record. Sylvia Fowles held a 19 straight game double-double for LSU. Angel Reese, 23.
Crazy.
And they're undefeated. So every game up until this point right now, she has gotten a double-double. And y'all thinking, oh man, 10 and 10. Nah. Nah. Muster double-doubles. I'm talking about 26 points, 28 rebounds, double-double. One more time for the people in the back. 26 points, Jesus, and 28 rebounds. Monster double-doubles. She's only, I get it, women ain't that tall, but she's only 6'3".
Only.
I mean, I get it. I get it. I know.
6'3" is 6'3".
6'3" is 6'3", but I'm just saying, you got to at least know how to box out a little bit, too. I mean, even though you may be probably the tallest thing on the court.
Sure, yeah, you gotta know how
but
to play.
you gotta know how to play the game of basketball. 28 rebounds, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Okay? I'm digging LSU. Kim Mulkey is working wonders down there for that program.
She is, man. She is.
And she's also taking on the personality of her players.
She is.
I like to call LSU the Memphis Grizzlies of the NCAA women's division.
Right.
Just the way they play, so gritty, so in your face, and I love it. I think that's
talking trash.
I love that. I love it.
Me too.
I love it. You need that. You need that passion when you play. And Angel Reese, unfortunately, has been getting a little backlash from that in your face, that talking trash thing. But women should be just as passionate about their sport just as the guys. Because it takes hard work to get to that level. It takes hard work to be getting 26 points and 28 rebounds. That just don't fall out the sky. You just don't wake up one day and be like, I'm finna get 26 points and 28 rebounds.
A lot of mornings, nights, and afternoons in that gym.
Hello? Somebody pick up the phone because I'm calling in. Like, I can't get enough of Angel Reese. For real. Like, I love South Carolina. That's still squad, gang. But LSU is different.
Yeah, this year they're different.
Because they put together a squad. Fly J, I like her, man. Like, her game is sick, man.
Yeah.
Point guard, I'm loving that LSU team.
Yeah,
and the crazy thing about all of this is that they finally meet.
right. This Sunday, pre-Super Bowl.
They finally meet. Number 1, South Carolina is playing number 2, LSU. And guess what? Both of them are defeated.
Undefeated.
They are undefeated. Sorry. Both of them are undefeated.
Y'all know what she meant.
I got so excited. They're undefeated. Somebody got to lose.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I'm going to make sure that I'm tuned in for that.
Facts. So I'm going to ask you. I got to ask you. I got to put you under the spotlight. Who's winning that game, Velz?
So one of my players asked me this, and it took me a while to answer it because I kept going back and forth. But I got South Carolina winning. Mm-hmm. But
is it a close game though?
Of course, it's gonna be a close game.
Overtime.
It's gonna be a close game. It could go OT, and I'm not gonna be mad. Whoever wins, I'm not gonna be mad with whoever wins. But I think that South Carolina will pull it out. But I think Angel Reese and Aaliyah Boston are going to go at it.
They're going to go at it.
But if Aaliyah Boston don't come with it, I think Angel Reese going to do her thing. I know Angel going to hoop.
Yeah.
I may have to go ahead and switch my picks and say that LSU might go ahead and get them. Now, where are they playing? Are they playing in South Carolina? Or that can determine it right there.
I'm going to find out. Let me find out. Just bear with me because we're going to have to get to that.
They play in South Carolina.
Oh, they're playing? Okay.
Okay. So that makes a difference right there.
You think so?
They're undefeated. Last 5 for LSU, 5-0. Last 5 for South Carolina, 5-0. And both teams have been winning some. Now South Carolina doing it more so in blowout fashion. Mm-hmm. Besides whenever they play UConn and they won by 4. Mm-hmm. But other than that, it's pretty much been deciding or blowout fashion. LSU recently won a game in overtime against Georgia, and then they beat Texas A&M by 8 points. So a couple of their games have been close, but other than that, it's been by deciding or blowout fashion. It's a clash of the Titans. It's gonna be a good game on Sunday. That game is at 1 p.m. and I'm gonna make sure I'm watching that game.
We got to tune into that one.
We may have to watch that one together.
We might have to do that. And before I get off your hot trail right now, you saying South Carolina, right? You taking South Carolina for the win? Don't teeter-totter.
I told you I may have to go ahead and pick LSU with this one. I'm going to say South Carolina, though, since they at home.
South Carolina since they home. What is it going to come down to? Is it going to come down to coaching or the playing ability?
I think it's playing ability. I think the coaching will be there. Yeah. I just think that, the matchups, I got to see how they match up. Yeah. And then the playing ability. Okay. So I think that,
nobody's going to get out coached. It's just going to be up to the players.
I don't think it's going to be a coaching debacle at all. I think it's going to be on the players to get out there and take and make the shots that they normally do in games. Yeah. It's just a matter of, the defense, what the defense does on both sides. Right. And like I said, taking and making shots.
Yes.
I think that's what it's going to come down to. But it's going to be a close game. I don't see a blowout in this.
No blowout. Overtime or into regulation?
We're just going to say regulation. I don't see a blowout, though.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Ooh, this is so tough. South Carolina's gang, squad.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I got LSU win.
Okay. I'm not mad.
It's just they different.
Yeah.
And they look they just the way them girls play is just different, and I don't know if it's because of the trash talk. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of trash talk.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be a lot of trash talk. And South Carolina really don't do too much talking that I've seen, but LSU do.
Yeah,
and they gonna probably they don't, and they I think it's gonna be a chess match because LSU gonna be bumping, and South Carolina gonna have to play through that.
Yeah,
and I don't know if they're mentally tough enough to play through that. And it is gonna come down. The battle is gonna be between Aaliyah Boston and Angel Reese.
It is.
Whoever wins that matchup will win the game. And Aaliyah Boston is everything.
Yeah.
But Angel Reese is different.
She's a dog.
She different. She gritty different.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take LSU. You taking South Carolina, and we gonna see. And you better pay it, y'all, man. For real, don't. This is like the game right here. This is the game.
It is. It's the pre-Super Bowl.
If you want to get into women's basketball, start here. For real. So that's all I got for episode 10. I'm going to end on that note.
Yeah. Before we go, let's go ahead and mention that back to the NFL, Tom Brady.
Oh, he's retiring, so he says.
He's retiring for real this time.
You think so?
I think he's done.
He had made a little kind of weird-ass comment.
What did he say?
He was just like right now, I feel like I'm done.
He's done.
But I don't know how I'm going to feel like in the summer.
He's trying to leave it open, but just close it, Tom.
Because he's not going to the analyst box this year. He said he wanted to take a year off. So it's
I think he's done for real.
He need to be done. I think
he's done for real.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to go back to the field. I think he is hanging his cleats and his helmet up at the age of 45. And I think he's done.
He should be.
Tom is he's a GOAT. And we've already talked about Tom Brady before in previous episodes. But I believe that he's done for real this time. And I think it's time.
It is time.
He put the sand in the jar and that and I think it's auctioning off for a lot of money.
Oh wow.
He's done. He's done.
All right.
Tom Brady is through. And then we'll see him whenever he gets in that press box and start calling games and stuff like that. So,
well, thank you, Tom Brady, for the amazing career.
Yeah. Congrats, Tom.
You up there?
Yeah,
first ballot.
For me, you're the GOAT, Tom, and you are a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Facts.
That's an end of an era.
Yeah.
All of the great quarterbacks and teams that we've seen in the era of Tom Brady, but Tom is one of one. Mm-hmm. Man got 7 rings.
Man.
I think it's a good way to go out.
It is.
I think it's the time. It's the right time, and he needs to work on off the field stuff and get his mind ready and prepare for his next chapter in life.
I agree.
So I think he's done.
I agree, Velz. I agree. And this has been fun. This has been a good episode, man. NBA, WNBA, college basketball is going crazy right now, and we gonna keep up with it. And we got some exciting things coming. We can't really talk about it right now, but just know things are definitely in the works. So just stay tuned to the social medias. I know we don't drop them often, but I feel like this is a good time to do so. Check us out on Instagram at Loc'd In Sports. That's LOCDN Sports, spelled the regular way. Also on Facebook by the same thing, Loc'd In Sports, LOCDN Sports.
Yep, and you can also follow us on Twitter at Loc'd In Sports. That's LOCD, the letter N, and then Sports, SPORTS. spelt the regular way, okay? Locked In Sports. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us everywhere.
Yes.
And like Lyse said, we got more stuff coming. Stay tuned.
Yes.
We hope that you guys are enjoying the content that you have been hearing thus far. And yeah, that's all I got.
That's all we got. And I do want to give a shout out to My Thoughts, My Opinion Sport Podcast. Our boy Devin Baltimore is definitely holding it down.
Yep.
We're going to try to get him on the show soon. Also, shout out to Beat the Clock Sports Talk Podcast. Our boy Ant from Louisiana holding it down as well. He's a Laker fan like Velz, so I'm sure they're going to gang up on me as soon as we be in the same room and be able to chop it up. So, like, look. It's going down for real. There's a lot of good sports podcast content. Check everybody out. But most importantly, come back and see us soon.
Right.
You hear me?
Locked In Sport.
Hey, man, we out here. And we're going to wrap it up like this. It's been episode 10. It's the one and only Lyse.
And it's your girl Velz, a.k.a. Velly Vel, if that's what you want to call me.
And together we are Locked In Sports. Peace.